What's up, dudes? Chooch out here ripping around on the KINGSONG S20. Really loving this wheel, really enjoying it. And I'm telling you what, guys, everything you've heard, anything negative about this wheel, I can just straight up tell you this thing is phenomenal. And after riding it for 4 or 5 days, I really understand now that I'll probably never ride another electric unicycle that doesn't have suspension on it. I mean, it's going to be nearly impossible to ride an electric unicycle that doesn't have suspension, because I mean this thing does everything I want it to. It has the speed, the acceleration, everything there, the range, and it also has suspension. I literally don't want to ever ride another wheel other than this one now. And I really didn't know that until after riding around on the terrain I'm familiar with and understanding how much better it actually is. And I mean, it's simply the way it should be. This is simply the way an electric unicycle should be. It should have suspension on it. It should go fast. It should have great acceleration, great braking, and good headlights. Man, the headlights on this thing alone, they're so bright. You can ride this thing off curbs, off everything that you would never ride your stiff axle, just solid axle unicycle off of. It makes just getting around so much easier on the knees. Man, like, it literally is a blessing, dude. This thing is so, it's amazing. It's literally amazing. And I didn't understand that until I got it on my actual terrain. Like that right there, look at that drop. On any other unicycle right there, you would end up in the creek, man. Like, I literally have tried to do that on my M Super before, and it is violent trying to jump off that little curb right there into that rock bed with roots. Dude, this thing is just plush. It just cruises around everywhere. It is ridiculous. Like, look at this. This is a full-on, like, this is hard to do on any other wheel. That right there is very hard to do on any other wheel. And this, look at this. You can just roll over benches, dude, like nothing. Like, it is crazy. Like, this thing is legit amazing. And I rode it around for hours the other day. And I literally came back home, and I just nicked down, like, 3 bars of battery. We were just cruising around, fooling. We went out to eat and just hit a little bit of trails and whatnot. But this was just like my first day of ever really having it in my hometown. And I went and did a few different films on it, and I'm getting a lot better on it. I really haven't taken it trail riding because my buddy's in town and just kind of want to stick around town and whatnot. But once I get it on the trails, guys, I mean, it's simply going to blow you away in comparison to all the other videos of the electric unicycles. Like, I almost feel like an idiot now for riding all that time without one. I mean, there wasn't really an option, but I mean, dude, this thing it's perfect. Like, the Master, I've seen the videos of the EUCO Master and whatnot, and it is going to have to feel exactly right, because this wheel feels damn near perfect. I'm being completely serious. You can compare this to any of my other videos, and there's no other wheel that I'm this confident on. Riding around, rolling over stuff, hitting jumps, hitting obstacles, and just navigating around. I love the pedal height on it. I think the build quality is very solid on it. I think literally people complain about the headlights being fragile on it. You know, I mean, they're not even in a place really where they get hit, guys. Like, if the thing falls over, it's going to hit the front bumper, and the headlights don't even get hit. So I haven't had a problem with that. The suspension hasn't hung up on me at all. It's smooth in operation. It's beefy. The suspension, it looks like it could go, I mean, compared to like a mountain bike, I mean, the suspension on the back of this thing is extremely beefy, guys. I mean, it's overbuilt, like on the back, the suspension is. And that's very good. I think the actual things that take a lot of weight and a lot of force are overbuilt on this wheel. And it's a good thing. And it really just, you feel confident on it. Look at the rim on this thing, guys. The rim has more spokes on it, like more solid metal spokes. Those aren't like bicycle spokes. Those are solid metal contact points in there. Look at that. How many are in there compared to any other wheel? Even if this wheel didn't have suspension, this would be the most solid, full-on, actual wheel hub of any of them. But it also has suspension, so you're never going to have to worry about a cracked rim, a dented rim, ever, guys. Straight up, ever. Like if you get your suspension dialed in right and go rip around on this thing, you will never ever ever get a dented or cracked rim, ever. Straight up, there's no possible way, because the suspension does what it's supposed to do. You can jump off of anything you really want to, guys, and I mean, I think the sky is literally the limit on this wheel. I mean, you could hit the biggest jumps you want to on this thing and take it, man, and like it would blow your mind, even to riders out there that have just been riding for like a year and a half or two, that are good riders. You get on this thing, guys, and it just makes every damn thing just extremely easy. Like those stairs back there, I would never just jump straight off those stairs on any other wheel, just straight legged. I mean, just like I was rolling like 15 miles an hour and just went straight off those stairs, guys. And there's no other wheel I would do that on. It would just hurt your knees. It wouldn't feel right. It would hurt the machine. But this one is just, I mean, it's like a Mars rover. This thing is literally what they need to explore other planets with. Take this thing out there and explore craters in the moon and whatnot with it, because this thing works so damn good, man. I love it. I love it. I'm hurrying through this video so I can get back out there and ride the damn thing, because it's charged up. My cameras are charged up, and y'all are about to get another video right after I'm done recording this one. It is legit that much fun. I am obsessed with this wheel. I knew I would be, and I knew this is all I ever wanted whenever I got into the hobby. I never thought there would be a full suspension wheel that was like literally a half dirt bike. So I'm done with the half e-bike stuff. This is half dirt bike, dude. Like, this is amazing. This is legit awesome. You can charge it right under your desk at work. Small little laptop charger. This is the nicest charger that's ever come with any unicycle I have. Other chargers, you literally have to turn it off, wait on the capacitors to completely drain. This is like with my high-end charger. It's a rapid charger. And then plug it all in and then just turn it all back on. I just leave this charger plugged into the wall. It's a nice high-quality metal box-style charger. And then I just come back in and plug the wheel in, and it immediately identifies, gives it one beep. It doesn't give me like a freaking Sega startup beep, 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 like a lot of wheels. It just goes beep, plug it in, thing starts charging up, lets you know it's charging up, gives you a clear display that it's charging up on the thing, and you literally, the kickstand on the back works flawlessly. Even if you accidentally turn the wheel on, guys, it doesn't go shooting off through the wall or anything whenever it's leaning back on the given kickstand. I've had no problems so far with the kickstand getting snagged on steps, jumps, anything like that, so I'm going to keep it like it is. But the thing is, guys, the kickstand works. It's so convenient, man. Going into places where you got to get off the wheel, restaurants, whatever, man, being able to just come in, push the off button and slam it back on that kickstand is nice. It's a high quality kickstand, and I say slam it back on it because you really can. I mean, it's not going to hurt anything. You can just slam it back on that kickstand, and when you go to take off, take your front foot and put under the wheel and just tilt it forward and then power that baby on, and you're ready to rip. That's all you got to do. And it's simply like the most user friendly, easiest wheel I've ever been on all around. It seriously, everything about it is damn near perfect. The only thing with this one is the trolley handle came broken because it was a demo wheel. Somebody else had broken the trolley handle on it, so I didn't even really get to use the front trolley handle on it, which I think that would be even fine as well. If you don't wreck the thing, I think the trolley handle's in a great spot. It works. The seat for a small rider like me, a low weight rider, is everything. It's perfect. For someone that's going to be over 200 pounds, you're going to hate this seat. You're going to literally be like, what in the hell were they thinking putting this seat on here? The best way I can explain this seat, guys, it's like one of those little BMX bike seats. You know, the lightweight seats that are almost plastic that you put on your racing BMX bikes? And it's simply so you have something there. Its purpose is not to be comfortable. It's literally a performance wheel. And when you're sitting on this seat, it gives you great contact with the wheel, and be like, you can literally, you feel like you're on a half of a crotch rocket. And you can literally get on this wheel and like hang on to the sides of it, like literally grip with your rear end on this seat, hang on to the sides around corners and whatnot, and actually get performance while sitting down on this wheel. And no one's really said anything about that, guys. This is a performance seated riding wheel. I hate seated riding, guys. I should say I used to hate it until I got the S20. I've been seated riding more on this wheel than any wheel I've ever been on. It is a little bit higher. It does just feel way better out of the gate. But guys, to be able to ride seated, you needed suspension. I don't know what in the hell y'all were doing being able to ride these solid axles around not seated. I mean, you probably need to go see your doctor to make sure you're all right. You know, on your rear end and whatnot, because the long term of that, man, that's going to mess some stuff up. But being able to actually have suspension for your seated riding is the game changer. So turn it down. If you're going to be riding seated, and you know you are, all you got to do is literally reach back there to the shock. You don't have to put any air in it. There's a knob that you twist. The great thing about the suspension this thing comes with, you don't have to pump any air into anything on this wheel at all. It's all just knobs you twist to dampen it, soften it, and then get your rebound in check. And I love that about it. Coil suspension is nice, guys. It's great because you don't have to fool with the freaking air pumps. And all you got to do is just mess with the dials. So if you're going to be seated riding, soften that baby up a little bit. Because whenever you're standing up, you got more force to push down on your lower part of your center of gravity. And then if you're going to be seated riding, literally reach back there, click, 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 3 notches, and then you're good to go for seated riding, guys. It's going to be plush. It's going to feel great. And even though it's a thin seat, just soften that suspension up a little bit, and it's going to feel way more plush. So as someone that literally hated seated riding, 3 days ago, I can tell you straight up now, I'm doing it all the time on the S20. I love it. You literally look like an idiot, bro. I'm telling you, it's just so funny, man. I get the faces I get from people when I'm seated riding on this is hilarious, bro. My buddy's like, dude, you need a cowboy hat, and you need to put one of those little mop head horses on the front of this thing and just yeehaw, act like you're bull riding on it. And I was like, yeah, dude, for sure. But yeah, dude, for sure. But it's great, man. Like all around, I love the wheel. I'm super excited about it. I'm having so much fun with it, and I mean, I'm literally about to go ride it right now. I'm about to take it to a new mountain bike trail. I hope that it's not too icy out there. I had some sun today, but going to give this thing a rip, and man, I can't wait. But anyways, dudes, to support me with this wheel, because give y'all the straight up rundown of this whole thing. The only company that sent me a S20 was EUCO, Electric Unicycle Collective. You've probably heard of the name. I know I've supported E-Wheels a lot. Rev Rides, I'm still sponsored with them, and they're absolutely golden. And if you want to place an order with them, I totally get that. And if you want to use the link tree to do that for any of the other providers, definitely, you can do that. But I really want you guys to click the EUCO link and spam the shit out of it. I mean, pre-order this wheel, buy your wheels through it, whatever you want to get through there, and just use the link that I put below to show EUCO support, man, because they stepped it up. They sent over the Commander, and they sent the S20. Like, literally, they're like, yo, you want the S20? We'll send it over to you and, make some content on it. One thing is, we just ask that you only put our link, like, in the top link section of your video and whatnot. And I was like, I'm going to be taking a hit for that, for sure, because I've worked with the other guys for so long. But, man, if it's the only way I can get the S20, that shows you I'm passionate about it. I'm not in it just straight for the money, man. I love riding these things, and if that's all, the only company that would, send one over, and that was the contract behind it, is I can only put their link in it, and I still got to take a hit for it. You see, I'm cool with that. So I got you all the content. I provided you with some great insights on this thing, and I'm about to go film even more to show the support and to show that the other guys should have sent me an S20. Spam that EUCO link, guys. Get every wheel you can from there and pre-order the piss out of the S20, because man, it is a great wheel. And I'm not just saying that. You see this. You've seen me ride this same terrain on other wheels, and you see how easy it is for me. I mean, I'm not just saying that. I love the wheel, and I'm going to ride it right now. Anyways, dudes, it's been Chooch. I'll see you dudes in the next one.